haven't intervened in 269 times military actions in various countries is in tandem with what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have actually done in time of the Republic. And I do hope that you will take cognizance of the fact that I said that peace is not the opposite of war, and war is not the opposite of peace. So I think this action is quite commendable, and I thank my distinguished colleagues for their support and their commendation to Mr. President, including what you have said. I think it's a joyful day for you today. It's your birthday, a celebration of liberal democracy, liberal praxis and taxonomy that we find in you, the praxis of liberalism, which is collaboration and cooperation, a distillment order, peace and unity to this country. And lastly, let me also say, in the occasion of your birthday, that you share the same thing with President Tinubu. President Tinubu is a liberalist who believes in cooperation and collaboration to have harmonious peace in the geocentric politics of West Africa. So once again, I wish you happy birthday and many happy returns of peace to you and your family. But peace is not the opposite of war. Thank you.
You can see the kind of personalities that we have as ambassadors designates. Distinguished ambassador designates, distinguished Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, PhD warfare. You have just added that peace is not the opposite of war, and war is not the opposite of peace. So I believe strongly that the president's action has forestalled the death of many Nigerians, as would have happened in Liberia. In the past, Nigeria went into Liberia when it was late, and that was why a lot of Nigerian soldiers were murdered. But we succeeded with the collaboration of the international community to bring peace to Liberia, and Liberia was not fractured. I think the same thing happened in Sierra Leone and a few other countries. So we are very happy with the role that Nigeria continues to play, not just in West Africa, but in the rest of the world. Even in Angola, it was Nigeria that was able to work with the international community and brought about the independence of Angola. And if you go there, that is why the plate number of Nigeria is 002, which should actually have been 001. But we said because of how close they are to the Democratic Republic of Congo, they had to give them 001, and then they gave Nigeria 002. And we have continued to play that role in many other countries. In South Africa, we didn't have troops on ground, but we supported the end of apartheid with everything, including contributions from even school children, NYSC, secondary school, almost everybody, civil servants in Nigeria on a monthly basis. We brought a lot of South Africans to Nigeria, and then they got their education here. When I was in Federal Government College, I had many of them in Port Harcourt and other Federal Government colleges. We provided all we could to support our brothers and sisters in the rest of Africa. So the role of the president is, again, in tandem with what past leaders of Nigeria had always done. But the swiftness of this action is what made the Nigerian Senate to give its consent without a single dissenting voice and under 1 hour. Because if it wasn't swift, we would have waited until it led to bloodshed. Here, there was no single bloodshed. So we commend Mr. President very seriously. Let me end with the Chief Whip of the Senate, if he has anything to say. But if you don't have anything, then you can...
Well, Mr. President, all I need to say has been said by the previous speakers. But since you have recognized me to speak even without raising my hand, I think it is only gentlemanly for me to contribute my widow's mite towards this commendation. Well, Mr. President, distinguished senators, my name is Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Borno North Senatorial District. I equally align with my colleagues in commending Mr. President for acting swiftly, arising to the occasion by the deployment of Nigerian forces in order to restore democracy. And this parliament, as a repository of the democratic will of the Nigerian people, will always jealously guard and protect the institutions of democracy, the principle of democracy, wherever it is sought to be violated, wherever it is sought to be, wherever it is in jeopardy. So I equally commend Mr. President for acting swiftly to forestall the collapse of democracy in sister nation because of its implication to the wider West African region. Thank you.
Point of order, Mr. President.